Hello dear students, in today's lecture we'll be studying about chemical reactions and equations. This is our first chapter of chemistry, class 10. Let us know what is chemical reaction. A process in which either breaking or making of bonds between different atoms lead to a formation of new compound. So, chemical reaction is basically a process in which few substances react by either forming the new bonds or by breaking their bonds to form completely new substance. Now, if a chemical reaction has happened, let us know what are the indications that it took place. So, we can determine the presence of a chemical reaction by change in color. When the color of reactants and product are different, then we can say that a chemical reaction would have taken place. The best example of change in color are displacement reactions. Then change in state. Let us suppose our reactant is present in solid state. So if our products are present in gaseous or liquid state, we would indicate that a chemical reaction took place. Evolution of gas. By seeing the bubbles or by seeing the tests of different gases, we can know that a chemical reaction has taken place. We can also smell the gas around us. Change in temperature. When there is a temperature difference between the reactants and the products, it indicates that the chemical reaction has taken place. Now, to indicate chemical reaction in simpler way, we would come to the concept of chemical equation. So chemical equation is basically representation of chemical reaction in symbolic form where reactants and products are separated by an arrow. The reactants are the part of equation that are indicated on the left hand side and the products are the substances that are formed during the chemical reaction and that are indicated towards the right of arrow. Let us now examine the different types of chemical reaction in brief. There are five types of chemical reactions. First, combination reaction. Second, decomposition reaction. Third, displacement reaction. Fourth, double displacement reaction. And fifth, redox reaction. Discussing further, combination reaction. A combination reaction is a reaction in which a single product is formed from two or more reactants. Just opposite to it, decomposition reaction is a reaction in which a single reactant breaks down into two or more simpler products. Decomposition reaction is of different types. First, thermal decomposition reaction. When decomposition reaction is carried out in presence of heat, it is called as thermal decomposition reaction. It is also divided into two types, exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction are the reactions in which heat energy is released and endothermic reaction are the reactions in which heat energy is absorbed. The next type of decomposition reaction is photolytic decomposition reaction. When the decomposition reaction takes place in the presence of light, then it is called as photolytic decomposition reaction. Next is electrolytic decomposition reaction. When the decomposition reaction takes place in the presence of electricity, it is called as electrolytic decomposition reaction. The next type of reaction is displacement reaction. The reaction in which highly reactive element displaces less reactive element from the reaction. Such a reaction is known as displacement reaction. Next we come to double displacement reaction. The reaction in which an exchange of ions between the reactants takes place is called as double displacement reaction. The last reaction is redox reaction. Redox reaction is a reaction consisting of oxidation and reduction taking place simultaneously. Oxidation is addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen, while as reduction is addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. Now, let us see the effects of oxidation in everyday life. The first very common effect that we see is corrosion, a process in which metal loses their top surface gradually by the action of air, water, and moisture around us is called as corrosion. The corrosion can be prevented by the following methods. First is galvanization. Galvanization is a process in which a thin layer of zinc is coated on a metal by electroplating. Next, we can prevent the metal by painting the metal surface. Paint acts as a barrier between the air and the metal. The same we can do by oiling or greasing the metal. The best example of corrosion is rusting of iron.